Welcome, ladies and germs, to another installment of VFL Virtual Formula League racing in Monaco. At night for the quali, 30-some odd laps around the street circuit today. However, the most important laps will be coming right about now in this qualifying session. It's going to be a tough one to stay on top of, but I will do my best. Sick Boy coming into tonight's race with a hefty lead in the driver's standings. She's put on a perfect season so far over the course of the first two races. But this one is not an ordinary race. Anything I can imagine happening, both in quali or in the race, really. Coming out of the pits, we have two drivers on the medium tires, Robert Diaz and Sky. And it's very risky to go for these strategy overtakes, if you want to call it that, on Monaco, because track position after quali is so important. But we will see if anyone does choose to get their quality lap in on mediums like Robert and Sky seem to be looking at, and how that will affect their race. Whole lot of cars coming out right now. I think at the front is a Haas driver. That is Petullo AZM. Behind him there is the Aston Martin of Tristan. And then we got Sky followed by Dark behind Sky. And let's ride on board with Petullo AZM in the Haas for the first hot lap of our Monaco qualifying session. Be very interesting to see if all the drivers can do well to keep out of each other's hot laps. I don't really know how possible that is at a track like Monaco, but we're going to get to find out. And just like in real life, you can see how much the cars are going to be bunching up in that final turn around Sector 3. Hopefully they can keep it. Yikes, and Petullo has gone into the wall. That will stop. Oh no! So ghosting is on. Forgetting that. Oh no, and I'm just finding out that Sick Boy... Oh no, and now Petullo gets a 5-place grid penalty for colliding with Dark after that accident. I don't think... Oh my god, man, Pitt's car is struggling. So I would be sure that Dark's lap is not going to be a competitive one after that. Man, how did I admit? I didn't know Steph was the first one out. I was slacking. Oh, Jesus. Tristan coming over the last turn like a rally car, coming across the line for 1:11.3. Whole 6/10 behind Steph. So Steph, 1:10.7. That is a pretty damn good lap to set on your first lap out. And again, it is going to be so impossible to keep track of where everyone is. Oh, jeez, B-Rob coming very hard into that penultimate turn. Although I don't think he got any damage. How clean was it? He will go in at a 1:11.7. Dark did manage to get a time on the board at a 1:11.6. Connor the Kid right now with a 1:10.0 setting pole on his first lap. But so Sick Boy is not properly in this race. Oh no, wait. So Sick Boy's not loaded properly into the game, which means we'll have to restart into a custom grid. As Dark just improves his time, he goes to a 1:10.6. Halfway decent lap from him, still 6/10 off pole from Connor. Will be interesting to see just how good that lap was. But if we have to restart this lobby, there will be a custom grid, which is sort of controversial around this league, especially in Monaco. So I don't know, a bit of a hairy situation right now. Lots of drivers going into their pits for their first stop. We'll try to catch anybody else on the end of a hot lap like JKS, who's coming around now. And I don't think it's going to challenge pole, but yeah, we'll be all the way down at a 1:12.2. Nice job, mate. Looks to be getting towards the end. Is that Dark coming around the final corner? Is he on a hot lap? No, he's invalidated going into the pits. We'll stick on with Nice Job, who has set a purple sector 2. And this may be pole for no. No. Oh, I'm so bad at this. All right, gonna take me a little. 1:11.3 for Nice Job made on the mediums, just barely off pole. Our whole top 7, nearly our whole top 11 are in the pits currently. JKS not on a hot lap, and he's headed into the pits as well. Darsan does look to be on a hot lap though, so we will ride on board with the Haas driver. His teammate Petullo finally back on the track after that first lap into the wall, and sort of surprised that, I mean, I could have missed it off screen, but I've not seen any other crashes so far, so people have been practicing, I would imagine. Here comes Darsan. He must have had a very bad, some sector, maybe a few of them. He comes in at a 1:13.5. And Sick Boy is now in the session, thank goodness. And Sick Boy, is he gonna try to go for a medium hot lap? We have both the Ferraris coming on an out lap. Steph up in P4, he's got a great qualifying session going so far. And Mirko has put a P2 at a 1:10.3. I think that was a while ago, but I don't think I made mention of it. I'm going to try to stay optimistic, but I think this race is going to be either complete Dolesville from my point of view or complete chaos. Now, oh, there goes Pitt into the wall a bit. He is no longer on a hot lap. I'll say this, if it's a close race, if it's like a good race, that B-Rob coming a little off the line around that corner. If it's a close race, that would just be very impressive from the drivers collectively. Sky comes in at a 1:11.2. That's a pretty good lap from Sky. Dark, did he just improve? He improved by a whole second, so great lap from Dark. He goes P3 with a 1:10.6. Oh, I just saw a purple sector, did I not? Oh, that might have been Dark. Sector 3. B-Rob is about matching his personal best. We'll see if he can beat it through the rest of this lap. He moves up one spot. United won back in P15. He's up on a personal best currently. And Sick Boy is on his first out lap now. I'll try to pan over to him after United 1 finishes his lap. Right now he is up about 2.5 tenths, and that would put him, I think, P13, P12, or not P12. Sick Boy still does have 8 minutes to get the job done, so didn't miss that much of quality, just about half of it, as United 1 moves up to P12. Also, B-Rob matching his personal best again. Can't quite beat that time, it seems, and here comes Sick Boy on his first hot lap. We will ride aboard the current championship leader to see how he handles his first go around Monaco, and that is how that lap will end, at least. I'm sure he'll still be able to get a time up on the board, but it will not be any good one. And Robert Diaz just set a lap for the first time. He goes up to P6. Dark passes Mirko now. I think that was... Oh, I guess that happened a bit ago. He comes in at a 1:10.2. And there goes nice job made, improving by over half a second into P4. Great lap from him. Tom Taylor currently in P6. J. Gilly seems to be on a flying lap. I'll try to keep an eye on Sick Boy. I'm not sure if he incurred any damage through that little wobble. Wow. Luke has been practicing, and that looks like corner cutting to somebody that has not been practicing. So he knows the limits of this track, and he just extended them. So that will be a dead lap for him. B-Rob pulling into the pits. A few guys pulling into the pits. Where is Sick Boy at? He is in the middle of another flying lap. And we'll stay on board with him again, see if he can keep it straight this time. Here it comes across the line now on medium tires. It will be a high or mid 111, which will not move him up too far. Down in P17. And look, I don't think anyone can be blamed. Oh, as Luke J. Gilly is sliding all over the place, that will force MOC, who's just on a hot lap, to slow down. Pitt is now on a hot lap. Do we have any of our front runners? The staff is spun in the last corner. We'll stay on board with Pitt for now. I don't think anyone can be blamed for thinking after 2 races where Sick Boy has gotten the win quite comfortably. I don't think anyone can be blamed for calling this a runaway season already, saying that it's over, blah, blah, blah. I said the same thing. However, as Pitt invalidates, perhaps just in the spirit of competitive intrigue and, trying to keep the viewers coming back. Let me remind you that Sick Boy was near perfect in Season 1 in the races that he finished. However, there were a few races where he did not finish, spun off into the wall. I know he did, I think, at Melbourne. Had a lot of incidents in Brazil. You only get that fast a pace when you are driving right on the edge, and I think when you are driving right on the edge, it is a lot easier to lose it, which he does sometimes. He hasn't so far throughout this Season 3, but... And again, I don't think there's any reason to think that something like that is coming up. However, there still may be a chance for a good competitive season here, as Cole Was Epic goes P4. Great lap from him. That's a 1:10.4, just a 10th off Mirko in P3. But the Alfa Romeo boys look to be on top today. They are P1, P3 with just Dark split in them. Sick Boy still needs to move up this ladder if he wants to have a look at a good finish today. trying to find a competitive lap that's wrapping up. I don't think this is going to be that quick of a lap from Pitt, but may as well stay on board as he crosses the line, and he does improve by 4.5 tenths up into P5. So that fantastic lap, that nice job made set a bit ago, which put him P4, has already been beaten twice. He'll come out of the pits one more time to have another go at it, riding on board with the Aston Martin of Tom Taylor now. Something to watch. Tristan, who pulled the first race and has quite a strong season going so far in Season 3, is also struggling. He's down there in P15. So this race could definitely shake things up. Sort of the other way around, Steph has had a difficult last few races, sort of stretching back to the end of Season 2. However, a P7 coming out for an outlap right now to try to improve it. He's got to be feeling pretty good. I saw that he just beat Dark's time trial at least before starting this up, so clearly has a chance to be at the top. Here we go. Tom Taylor's squirrely lap is wrapping up now. Wasn't looking to see if he's improved on a personal best, but he is, and he does so massively. Only a 10th off pole. Incredible lap from Tom Taylor. He will move into the provisional front row. Dark is up on a personal best, and Mirko beats his teammate. He goes 5 tenths quicker? What? Dark improves by over a tenth, but it doesn't matter because Mirko has just set a time trial time. What the hell is that? A 1:9.5. Goodness gracious, that will be pole. I feel comfortable saying it now. I do not think anybody is going to beat that. And Dark actually did beat Tom, so that 10th that he improved upon does end up mattering. Robert on an invalidated lap. And let's check in with Sick Boy again. He's out on the soft tires now, no messing around, and he is only a 10th off his P18 time. That would put him nowhere other than where he is. He needs to improve massively or get home in time for another lap around the track. How much time does he have? Looking like he needs about 30 seconds, and he's not going to get it. This is going to be the final lap for Sick Boy, and it doesn't look to be that great of one. I'll wait until Sector 2 time pops up here. And he is a whole second up, so maybe I misread that. Maybe he just had an incredible Sector 2. He did have a purple, and now it goes red. He invalidates his lap, and that will be the end of Sick Boy's qualifying session. P18 for the championship leader. Is anybody else on a personal best here? Steph is. He comes across the line right now, and he goes P9. Oh, no, P5. It didn't update over there. Great lap from him at the last minute. I believe Cole, or United One, got his last lap in and improved quite a bit. He goes up to P7. Pitt, he jumps ahead of Nice at P8. The Mercedes boys right next to each other at P9 and P10, and I don't think Robert can do anything about it. As this lap does not look to be any better than the one he's got up there already. Maybe I'm wrong. No, sir. And will that be it? Poppy's still on a lap. And that will be the quali board for now. Wait. Dark setting a purple sector 2. He did get a lap in. He's coming up on Poppy here in the final sector. Hopefully they can both keep it clean. We'll be able to watch the board for Poppy's time as well as Dark's. Reminder, he had a purple sector in there. Where's it going to be? And he moves up to P2. He does get a 1:10.0, nearly breaking into the 109s. But what a lap from Mirko. That will be Dark joining him on the second row. His teammate following him on that, or no, in the first row. His teammate following him in the second row, Tom Taylor in P4 and Steph P5. Noise did get a improved lap time. He's up to P6. Quite a fun quality session, and that's the most fun we're going to have all day. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to go get something to drink. My mic better be working. I haven't tested it. Oda, are you in the chat? Is my mic all good? Test. Alright, cool. I could have just... Test. Alright, cool. Oh god. Oh god. Here goes our formation lap. Is everyone starting on mediums? Oh no, I'm sure the people at the back aren't. Yeah. So Pitt, the only one deciding to keep the softs on. Everyone outside the top 10 will be starting on the mediums, hoping for a few safety cars. What the fuck is gonna happen? I have no idea what to expect. Uh-oh, that is very bad. Steph has DQ'd, which means his tires will be very, very cold for the start of this race, which is about the only time you're going to have a chance to really gain or lose positions. That's going to be very tough for him after, I think, his best quali this season. And honestly, how are more people not colliding with each other going this slow throughout Monaco, man? T2 is going to be a mess, I swear. Uh-oh. Tristan and Sick Boy will start on colds. Alright. Oh, thank you, Oda. I see in the chat. Pitt did have that 5 place grid penalty very early in the quali session, so that is why he's back in P14. Makes a lot of sense. And here we go. We are almost ready for the first, perhaps only, VFL trip to Monaco. Oh no! Okay, no. It's just the board that's glitched out. Mirko is starting on pole. Will he be able to keep it off the line? The lights are up and the lights are out. We are away in Monaco. And I think Dark may have gotten him. He does. There goes Mirko, still on the inside, though. That may spell disaster for Dark, who's now caught up in a bunch of cars. Tom Taylor trying to get past him. Steph right behind those two, and the two bump, and Dark goes flying off the handle into the wall. Still no large incident, though. As you can see, B-Rob now, he's trying to move up space, and who did move up spaces? That is Luke J. Gilly, who moved up 3. Pitt fell down 4. We have some good close racing here between MOC and B-Rob. Oh, no, and now the wings start to get broken. That was just like 3 or 4 wings in that chain of stops that will have to be repaired in the pits, I'd imagine. That is Dark losing 3 spaces after that battle with Tom Taylor. And now he's getting very close to the back of Steph. And the question is, can the guys with damaged front wings race clean around the guys who have no damage? And honestly, it doesn't look like anyone does have a completely broken wing. How am I supposed to keep track of this? Alright. Ooh, look at this little fight going on between United 1 and Luke J. Gilly. Mirko has taken pole and held it. His teammate has gained a spot, so now it is an Alfa Romeo 1-2 after just 1 lap. Poppy goes into the pits. Sky, he's into the pits. Sick Boy's gained 4 spaces. He's going to need to gain a lot more if he wants to keep this season going the way it already is. Nice job, mate. Quite close on the back of Cole was Epic, and there's a very large gap after him. 2 seconds to Dark. Then quite a few big gaps between the front runners. Steph has gained 1 position. He's up into P4. JKS Racing gaining 3, as well as Darsan gaining 4. That's really just from these guys who have lost quite a lot. United One did end up losing 4. I'm not quite sure how that happened. Oh no, and who's that spinning? That's nice job, mate. Thank God for ghosting. He will slide, and does he have wing damage? Surely he does. MOC will have to wait patiently until the Mercedes can dive into the pits? Nope. Okay. Oh, I guess he does not have wing damage. JKS needs to go into the pits. No telling if he lost it. But add him to the list of drivers that are having to take a stop much earlier than they would like. MOC struggling around this corner. That definitely looks like wing damage in terms of driving style, and yet I cannot see any. Connor Kidd is just 5/10ths back from his teammate. Those two leading the race by a 2-second margin. Sick Boy is just 2/10ths back from United One, and I guess he'll be a fun guy to watch because he will be one of the few drivers that I would imagine is going for overtakes, as he might look for one here on the inside of United One, instead runs into the back of him a bit. After collecting our first penalty of the race, and that's another thing that I really didn't think about or mention, is Tom Taylor dives into the pits, is that penalties may be bigger here than they have been anywhere. Although, man, at the same time, I don't know, without ghosting, I feel like there's a small chance we just don't get any safety cars, in which case I can see several big pockets opening up in the grid. Right now, Sick Boy's still stuck behind the Alpine, trying to go down the inside, and he sends it on United One and manages to hold it steady. United One, I think, knows he doesn't want to take that battle with Sick Boy, who is on a mission now, looking for any more moves on the McLaren. A 5-second gap separates Steph from those two Alfa Romeo frontrunners, so they are having a dream race as long as they can keep it clean. Oh, and he's late on the brakes. I think that was not intentional, and he does take the overtake. Luke had to cut to avoid contact with Sick Boy, then ends up losing the spot. Sick Boy now P10, gained 8 places. I'm not totally sure if that one was legal. Here comes the only DRS on the track. MOC left stranded without it. Is B-Rob even trying to make a move? No, he's not. But he does have that chance to make one on Nice Job Made as MOC banks his left wing, and that will allow Sick Boy to squeeze side by side with him. And how long is this going to be able to go? Sick Boy takes the outside turn, rides the wall a little bit, but comes out ahead of MOC, and that is another overtake for the championship leader. He has moved up 9 spots now. And his next target is B-Rob in the Ferrari, but he will have to make up a 1.5 seconds, which may be easier to do around a track like this, where B-Rob is really controlled by the pace of Nice Job Mate. Robert has gained 3 spots. He's up in P6 now. Dark is pulled quite close to Steph. Will he get this DRS? It doesn't look like it. He will not. Will there be any bold moves on this DRS straight? Already Sick Boy right on the back of the Ferrari. And here he goes. B-Rob activating DRS. Will B-Rob have a move on? He chooses the outside. Nice does defend very, very well. Choosing the inside. Oh no, and we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. That is JKS Racing, who is not moving at the time being. As Tom Taylor, he sets the fastest lap. And still no safety car. Sick Boy pulling alongside B-Rob. There's no way he can get him around the outside, but now he may get him down the inside into the hairpin, and he does. Sick Boy just demanding these guys make room for him. Picking up his 10th overtake of the race so far. And I hate to say it, but the way that Sick Boy is racing, it feels like Nice Job Mate may not have long to defend here. Sick Boy just taking these corners as smooth as possible, has all the lines and can actually nail them. You can really see the difference in such a tedious track like this. Nice Job Mate does have a good enough final corner that Sick Boy does not have a chance to get past them. I think you're going to need to be right on the gearbox coming out of the final corner if you want to have an overtake on that DRS. Sick Boy can overtake elsewhere, though. We know that, but Nice Job Mate. Oh, no, and that will do it. I think I missed the move. There might have been some contact even as JKS is out. B-Rob sneaking in. He gets past Nice Job Mate with a move from him and holds it fantastically. I was just about to comment, too, on how well Nice Job Mate is defending and sort of teaching a class on it there where you take the inside line but then also cover the outside braking point in your apex entry. Was able to hold off B-Rob and Sick Boy for quite a few laps. Now is looking at the back of both of them. Up at the top, Steph has 8 seconds until the Alfa Romeo drivers, so maybe I'll hop on board them and see if these guys have really taken this track like Sick Boy is, which is to say flawlessly. And it can check in to see if there is any battling going on between these two or if they're happy just keeping the order. Connor Kidd seems to be right on the back of Mirko, but what a performance this would be. Oh, and I'm missing moves. I think that was Luke J. Gilly sending it on Nice Job Mate, but then Nice closing the door. Yeah, and B-Rob's already lost 2 seconds to Sick Boy, and Nice Job Mate's already lost 2 seconds to B-Rob, so... Oh, and now Robert is in the crosshairs of the Williams Bullet. He's gained 11 places, hoping to make it 12, and this would be a big one on his championship rival from the first season. The only other driver on the grid to have a championship under his belt. How long will he be able to hold Sick Boy off? He must not have much longer on these soft tires. This may be the point where the mediums are starting to look a little bit more racy than the softs. However, I do feel like it's just as much about defending skill and the way you're racing rather than the tire advantage, as Robert did collide with the wall, which will ghost him and take away his powers to defend. Sick Boy does get past him, or rather through him, on that straight. Nice Job Mate will be entering the pits, or rather coming out of them by now. He's put on the mediums. And yeah, honestly, thanks to Sick Boy, this has been a pretty entertaining race so far. He has picked up 12 spots in Monaco in 9 laps. Now B-Rob is in the hunt for Robert. And you know what that means. It's the battle of the Robs. The most electric matchup on the grid is, look at MOC just riding that bank. Oh, and B-Rob does get side by side with Roberts. B-Rob on those mediums. He may be able to outbrake the Mercedes driver, and he does. Great overtake from B-Rob. Racing well, using the opportunity as soon as it came. And B-Rob has gained 4 spots, but he is starting on those medium tires, so we will see how much of a gap he can create for himself as Dark heads into the pits. He's someone that we haven't really heard from since that first lap incident. He will go in, and yeah, see, this is the thing. I think this may happen or have happened to a lot of people where they may have such negligible wing damage that they are staying out on the track. Or they may not have even known that they got enough wing damage to warrant a wing replacement. And then they come into the pits and now it's like they've got a 5-second penalty applied, which... Maybe Dark was losing a lot of pace because of that damage, because of that wing. I'm not totally sure, as I missed an overtake, but I think Sick Boy's about to get his 14th one now. Looking to move up to P4. He does so heading into the corner, and Cole is going to give it to him. These guys, sorta, and rightfully so, do seem a little bit intimidated from Sick Boy. Obviously not somebody like B-Rob or Roberts, guys that have been here since Season 1, but I think a lot of drivers see Sick Boy flying in their rear view mirror and sort of just want to let him by and get on with their race rather than trying to start something. Regardless, Steph is headed into the pits, and that means Sick Boy will move up onto the podium starting from P18, has found his way up to P3. And what race was it? Was it last week? Mexico? Did he go like last to first? Oh, Tom Taylor gets by United One. United One may... I don't know. He seemed to get by United One pretty easily. We'll ride on board with Tristan here to see how United One handles this corner. Yeah, and he's definitely gotten less downforce. I wouldn't be surprised if he does have some wing damage. Here's a look at the tire screen for you. There goes Tristan collecting 3 seconds of penalties. Not too many penalties so far. Just 4. Dark dropping all the way behind Nice and Steph. Or no, Steph was ahead of him before the pit stop, but that long pit stop may have cost him a place or two as Nice picks up penalties ahead of him. Robert not too far back on his ex-teammate as Cole was epic goes into the pits. Oh, United when going into the pits will be interesting to see if he does have that wing damage that I suspected. Nope, and now I feel like an asshole. And now gaps galore. The top two still very tightly packed, and then after that there's 13 seconds of gap. 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Dark on the back, and Nice job mate is about the only one to watch, as well as Pitt on the back of Sky. Now Sky going on to those hards 10 laps ago, finally getting around to mentioning that. Oh, and Mirko heads into the pits. Be interesting to see where he comes out. I'm sure Connor will be in to follow the next lap. They almost had a full pit stop built up ahead of them, but I think Sick Boy will get out ahead. I don't think B-Rob will. No, he will not. So Mirko comes out in P3 after a pit. Luke J. Gilly, he goes into pits after 11 laps on the mediums, and he does have wing damage, so that may have been the reason for that stop. Tristan into the pits now. Oh, United One and Luke J. Gilly going side by side out of the pit lane exit, and there was contact there. Hopefully no damage. That would be quite a bummer to get damage on your first lap on these tires, but I think both of them seem to be all right. Connor the Kid into the pits, and he may come out behind B-Rob, actually. No. Oh, Sick Boy just went into the wall. That must have been damage, wasn't it? He ghosted. That's got to be damage. I'm honestly cheering for something bad to happen to the lad just to make things competitive. Driving with no helmet, I mean... Oh no, and Dark's DNF! Dark is out of the race! Where is he? And we'll see if we can catch a glimpse of his car on board the McLaren here to see where he lost it. Right there. He should be ghosted, so drivers won't have to worry about it. Dark, the second casualty of these tight walls. still no safety car in this race. United One looking to have a go again on the McLaren. Not there this time. We'll just have to hang nearby. And Connor did actually come out behind B-Rob, so he's got some work to do. B-Rob riding on 13 lap mediums. And Connor Kidd's got 25 laps of these mediums to go to finish the race. These guys are way better than me, so I'm assuming that's possible if they're doing it. Yeah. And Connor Kidd will look to have a move on B-Rob come in here. As you can see how much better traction he has to every single corner on these fresh tires. A little bit of a bump there will protect B-Rob from the turn one move as the AI of Darsan enters the scene. And there goes Connor, still right on the back of B-Rob, but just not able to get a move done. And there he goes side by side, but B-Rob trying to close him off, and he does so successfully. Connor Kidd will not wait for a DRS. He wants to get B-Rob, who is yet to pit, out of the way as quickly as possible so he can start catching up to Sick Boy. But he won't be able to. And I'm definitely surprised that there have only been 2 drivers who have taken major spills out of the race. Perhaps I am speaking too early, and as tire wear gets more of an issue, we'll see some, but everybody doing a pretty good job so far. Mirko just 3/10 back from Sick Boy, and they're going into the DRS zone. Sick Boy on 14 lap mediums, Mirko on 2 lap old mediums. Nothing going there, nearly some contact. Connor Kidd gets by B-Rob on this DRS. Oh no, Tristan was right on the back of Sky, but then his back end catches that corner. Oh, Mirko, is he going to make a move on Sick Boy? Oh, they're side by side. They're still side by side. Here they come into whatever turn name this is. I didn't take the time to learn them. Mirko pulls ahead and he takes back his P1. Oh boy, there goes, what just, I looked away to cough. Sick Boy picking up another set of penalties, and he's the only one of these front runners with them. Is Pitt must be an AI, or he's just a back marker in the ghost? I don't know, we don't have a lot of experience with ghosting on, so I'm not totally sure how it works, but I think that's what's happening. I think he's still racing as he goes into the pits. Cole is epic. He's right on the back of the Mercedes. And he seems to be racing pretty well if he can keep the right distance to Nice job, mate. Get the right release. No, Nice gets way too good of an exit. Creates a gap that will protect him going into turn 1 and on. Hey, it's a night race. I didn't even notice that. Was it night when we started? I'm rewinding the stream right now. Did I miss that this whole time? Yeah, it's been a night race the whole time. I'm so good at noticing stuff. Period. Alright, so good thing is, as we watch United One nearly take a lunge at the McLaren, good thing is, or bad thing is, that there's gaps everywhere and hardly anyone is close to anyone. The good thing is that means it makes my job pretty easy. The only 2 people I'm going to be watching here are United One and Cole was Epic, who are right on the back of the driver in front of them. Team Alpine with the Constructors win last season, and then a massive roster change. Up in P8 and P10 right now, and providing the only entertainment. Ooh, MOC's pulled close to Poppy. Ooh, the two Tier 2 drivers, or Tier 2 teammates from last season. And Sick Boy's still on those 17 lap mediums, as well as B-Rob. Watch for how long they go. I mean, it may be 25, judging on when Mirko and Connor pit. Just checking the stream because I got nothing else to do. Ooh, Connor Kidd, 2 tits. Oh no! Shit! Shit. Okay. I wish I sort of missed an overtake there to replicate the Lance Stroll move. Oh, Connor Kidd coming very close to Sick Boy now as the tire difference making a difference. Sick Boy may be protected this turn. Connor Kidd may have a go at it on the outside. Can he make the heroics into Saint Avant win or stick? He does. What a move from Connor Kidd. Pulls it off cleanly. Surely Sick Boy can't try to get this back right now. With 19 lap old mediums, I think he's got to be happy with how long he held them off for. Pit gets 10 seconds of penalties. I can show what penalties we're looking at in general. Oh, jeez. Is Pitt okay? That may be the end of his race, seeing as he is 42 seconds back with 19 seconds of penalties. And he does retire. Robert right on the back of Sky in P14. And quite a big tire difference there. 5 lap mediums for Rob, 18 lap hards for Sky. As you can see, sliding into the back of Sky. Every braking zone again and again. United one just a tenth back from Luke J. Gilly. Oh, and Luke drifting to the middle to protect that dive bomb move. Good driving from him. MOC goes into the pits with just 10 laps hards. Not sure if he's got wing damage. He sure does. Sick Boy is pitting after 20 laps. Pretty good battle here between... Oh, Jesus. Pretty good battle here between the Alpine and McLaren, who have been close for a few laps, but now United 1 will have to make up some ground. Darsan speeds through the pit lane. He gets 5 seconds. Darsan will retire. That is both the Haas drivers in a total of 4 now. Robert making a move on Sky, but Sky covering very aggressively. Can he continue to do so? Robert squirming back and forth, trying to find an angle to attack the Red Bull at, but Sky covering the whole track is now bumping into its edges a little bit, but still holds on to this P11. Not anymore more. There goes the dive bomb of the Mercedes past Sky, and now he will have to defend from Cole Epic, who's also on very fresh tires. Sky, 20 lap old hards. Difficult to match the pace of other drivers behind him at this point. Connor Kidd picks up his first set of penalties. Oh boy, and Cole sliding pretty hard into the back of Sky right there. It's just the difference of braking points that leads to that happening with the big tire difference, and in goes Cole on the inside of St. Devon and makes it work. Another great move there. Sky falling back to P13. Hey, and now our battle is back. United 1 has caught up to Luke J. Gilly. Robert hunting down Poppy now. Owen is very, very close to him. And Robert may be itching to get a move on here. Not a great turn, though. That will stop him from making any sort of dive bomb. Tom Taylor headed into the pits. And now that I think about it, I really like the strategy of someone like B-Rob, who started on those mediums, works his way up to the top of the grid through the first... his Poppy slides, but controls the car. Great job from him. Works his way to the top of the grid through those first set of pit stops. And now when he takes his pit stops, there's going to be these massive gaps from him to people that would usually pass him when he's in the pit. So right now, he may be able to pit and come out around P5 or P6. Sick Boy has gone onto the hards, interesting enough. So actually, this may be a 2-stop race from the Alfa Romeo boys. I really don't know. I'm not practicing for this race, so I have no idea what tire wear is like, as these cars are getting quite close to the hairpin. Cole has been a driver that's been making moves this race, so it may be interesting to ride on board with him. Robert is getting very close to the back of Poppy, who is struggling on these 22-lap hards with pace. So I wouldn't be surprised if he is the first to make a move. Now it's a no, and now he gets spun. Cole gets the back end of him, and not too big of a deal for Robert, but it will cost him the spot and the battle with Poppy. Back to the battle of the race. Hey, has Mirko won a race? I don't think he has. This would be a new winner. Although, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a one-stop. That's my guess, is that Mirko and Connor are going to be running these mediums to the end of the race. If not, then it looks like a pretty good-looking win for Sick Boy. Steph on 15-lap medium, so he's got to stretch his tires to 20 28 laps. Which, is that possible? I don't know. I don't know the tire wear around this track at all, so... I wish I could talk about something else, but there's nothing to talk about. We can just stay quiet and let the Alpine drivers try to make a move. Oh, both Alpine, a little Alpine versus McLaren. Two of them. Oh, is Poppy going very slow through that corner? Cole will be right on his gearbox. He's going to send it. No, Poppy sees that coming just like I did. Blocks him off. Won't give him a chance to send it on this turn either. United one. Is he going to send it into this turn? Nope. Good defense from Luke. Does Cole have a chance? Oh boy. He does. He goes for it. And backs out of it. Cuts the corner. And nails the overtake. Robert squeezes past Poppy in the meanwhile. I think Poppy got a little push in the back as Tom Taylor going into the pits. B-Rob is heading into the pits. Okay, here we go. So yeah, he'll put on softs now, proving that the one stop is perfectly doable. So that answers my question. Sick Boy, I don't think we'll have a chance to catch up to the Alfa Romeo boys. He may be able to get a move on Steph at some point, but I would imagine that's it. He's got 20 seconds to go after that. B-Rob will come out with a very, very comfortable gap in P6. And where did he start? Started in P5, so yeah. Well, and there have been 4 DNF drivers, so I don't know what to make of it. Right now, aside from Sick Boy, Luke is the one who has gained the most spots in 8th place, and he's been holding off United one for what feels like 20 laps. On board with Sick Boy now, who's on the gearbox of his teammate, his Season 1 Constructor title-winning teammate. And I wouldn't be surprised if Steph lets him by here, seeing as he is on hards. And, oh boy, he goes for the move. I wouldn't say that he let him by, but I don't think he put up much of a fight there. Steph on 18-lap mediums may have to be taking a little better care of his tires than Sick Boy right now, who is in full send mode and has 10 laps to make up 21 seconds to the back of Connor. But Mirko, 0 penalties, 0 VFL race wins to his name, but that may change in just a matter of minutes. I've been a big fan of Mirko's overtaking abilities for a while, since Season 1. Can remember a lot of his moves in my head. But for whatever reason, he does not have a win yet. This may be the day for him. Alfa Romeo sporting a roster that certainly would lead you to think they can take 1-2 in quite a few races. And they may finally be living up to the hype in Monaco today. They've got 20 seconds back till Sick Boy, but Sick Boy has 6 seconds of penalties compared to Connor, so he's got to be more focused on making space from Steph, which he is, already 2 seconds out from his teammate. Oh, no way, United one is close to Luke J. Gilly? I bet this is actually pretty fun for them. This is like what actual Monaco feels like, just non-stop racing on the back of somebody, so maybe that's fun. But it's not fun for me. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Okay, there's a yellow flag in Sector 3, I think, for Tom Taylor, but he ghosted and got on. And I'll just turn back to this view. Oh! Dive bomb on the hairpin! Very rough racing here, and Luke does hold on to P7. I'm just trying to decide which one of these guys is going to get my driver of the day vote for giving me solace from this otherwise eventless race. I take that back. This race has been pretty exciting. Only 8 laps left, but it's pretty darn boring right now. Luke J. Gilly's got 3 seconds of pens. So he needs to do a lot more than defend United One if he wants to beat him. Whoa, very squarely from the McLaren. Catching the back of United One, and let's switch into a little better camera shot for... Oh, no dive bomb this time. More contact though through the turn. B-Rob's getting pretty close to nice job, mate, and they are equal on pens, so that is a final position being fought for with 7 laps to go, and B-Rob making time, cut it down to 4/10 just like that. Won't be on this turn. Perhaps on this lap, though. B-Rob, from a few seconds riding on board with him right now, seems to have a pretty good feel of this track, and that's a Red Bull, and oh no, the 2 Ferrari teammates from Tier 2 seem to have collided. Oh, and B-Rob seems to have taken a bit of a moment outside of that corner, recovers his car. Will still be within striking distance of nice job, mate, assuming there is no damage occurred. United One may be calling off the attacks. He knows he's got no shot of catching B-Rob. He already has Luke J. Gilly and the other drivers around him, so nothing would really be gained for going for an overtake. I think he may have had his last bit of fun on that hairpin dive bomb a couple laps ago. And I think this will be the battle to watch as we finish the race. Both these guys with 3 seconds of penalties. Huh. Cole gets by his teammate United One, but he's the one with 6 seconds of penalties. Oh, here goes B-Rob, just a 10 back from nice job, mate. Nice does cover. He sees the inside line forming and moves over to block it. But B-Rob does seem to be interested in making a move before this race ends. B-Rob usually not the most aggressive driver on the grid. But he got nothing else to do here, as he's clearly pulling very close to the Mercedes driver and has a real good exit on the last turn. This may be it going into turn 1. Can he get the job done? Round the outside. Nice job made. Brakes late, covers that. And then, ooh, a little bit of a squish there. I'm not sure if there was room for B-Rob to continue his move. Did he deserve space to continue the move is a question I would not be surprised if the FIA has to answer after the race. But I don't think he took any damage from that, so he may still have a shot at it. 5 laps still left to go. Oh, and another yellow flag. That's a McLaren driver, and surely it's Poppy again. Oh, here goes B-Rob onto the inside. It's a tough move to pull off. Will Noyce let it happen? He will. Not as much of an aggressive defense from him this time. But now Nice in the same position B-Rob is. Does he have any shot at getting a move done? He's on 25 lap mediums and B-Rob is on 6 laps off, so I don't think so. B-Rob has been nailing these turns, but just sort of running into the back of the Mercedes. He may be able to go out there and create some space from him now. Already a second through turn 1. I think that will be the crucial move for B-Rob done. Up into P5, a good finish from him. Is anything looking to change? I don't think so. Sick Boy's picked up 9 seconds of penalties now, and he's 9.4 away from his teammate of Steph. How are their tire? So Steph can't be going too fast, I would imagine. Oh no, and that's Cole was Epic who has spun. And he's going the wrong way. Is this a disqualification? How? I'm happy that he can continue on, but I feel like F1 is usually so trigger happy with that wrong way rule. So B-Rob could make a move on Steph, but then he would need to create 3 seconds in about 2 laps. He has a massive tire advantage. Maybe not that massive. I don't know how his 7 or 8 lap old softs are doing. If there's a shot at it, it's going to have to happen right now, and I don't think so. Steph got a very good exit there that will protect him from a turn 1 move. Oh, another yellow flag for a Red Bull back there. I think that is MOC just guessing at it, but it doesn't really matter. Looking at the final tally, as it seems like this race is wrapping up. Oh, and Cole did get damage from his spin, so that'll drop him all the way down to P13. MOC similarly going into the pits. Seems like a good race for the most part from Cole, but a spin in the latter half of the race will do away with all that good work. Robert is penalty free back in P9. But it is Sick Boy who has gained 15 spots and will seem to finish on the podium here, creating a 10.5 second gap from his teammate. I guess I shouldn't be so sure because there may have been some incidents that will result in penalties being handed out, so people could move around, which I guess is a good argument for someone like B-Rob here to continue racing and try to get a move done if he can. B-Rob so close to the back of Steph there, has to pull out a little bit, but may try to get him here. He's going to send it down the inside of the final turn, and they'll go side by side. He will send B-Rob. Oh, no. Oh, and that's a huge mistake from B-Rob, who is now behind. Nice job, mate, again. Are there any penalty differences? No. So nice job, mate. Collects his spot back after a overtake move from B-Rob. Doesn't quite stick. It seemed like it would have been there, but it's just such a narrow gap to make. And we will give Mirko his flowers. We'll take one last lap around Monaco with our race winner, a first race winner, with his teammate right behind him. I'm gonna see if I can get either of the Alfa Romeo drivers into the post-race chat. However, I know they're not keen on doing so. I don't think I want to interview Sick Boy again. No offense, it's just how many times can you ask a guy, hey, good job. Oh, look at this. Oh, these are back markers, I think. Sick Boy's messing around a little, perhaps, but he's got to be very careful as Steph may be able to close that gap. Look at him, he's sliding. And he may lose his podium from doing this if he keeps it on. I wanted to ride on board with Mirko, but now something a little more interesting has developed. How does Sick Boy take this? Does he not know? Oh, what's he doing? This will cost him the podium. Maybe it's giving it to Steph. And is he trying... He will give the podium to Steph, but will he finish? There he goes, across the line now. That will send Steph onto the podium for the first time in a long time. A great race from him. In fact, he'll send Sick Boy tumbling all the way down to P6. So, interesting gamesmanship there from the championship leader, thinking he may be able to take it that easy. But the win goes for Mirko. The fireworks are for the Alfa Romeo drivers who finished 1-2, and they seemed like they had this race under control for the duration. I think we will have both Mirko and Connor Kidd joining in the booth. I'll let the podium play for now. The first race in Monaco goes to Mirko. His first win. What a solid one. Nobody touching him. An absolutely bonkers quali lap. Uh-oh. Mirko, Monster Mirko, congratulations, man. Oh, here we go. That's the type of energy, bro. How you feeling?
Let's
you
go.
Just got your first win around Monte Carlo street circuit. How does it feel?
Oh, that's how it feels.
Yeah.
That's how it feels. Woo!
Man, let's start with the quali lap. Is that what you were expecting coming into this session? Setting, I mean, that lap is a time trials time that you spend like 30 minutes trying to set with flashbacks. You knocked it out of the park in one 15-minute session. Did you have that confidence coming into that session?
No. I mean, well, the first lap, I went through and I was like, it was so bad. Like, it was just such a horrible lap. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to be choking for this lap now. And I go for the lap, I'm like shaking the whole time. Like, the wheel's going, and then I nail the first sector, nail the second sector. I'm like, I gotta ease the last sector, and then across the line, see the pole position, like, oh my god. Yes.
And I mean, from my point of view, it seemed like you had a very easygoing, stress-free race. The only person that was challenging you was your teammate. Was that how it felt, or was it sort of gripping the controller the whole
I
time?
mean, it was like at the first when the lights went out, like as soon as I went, when Dark Inferno went ahead of me, and I was like, either I go for this,
Yep.
or I'm not, I'm not a man. So I just went for it. I tried to give as much space as possible. I don't know what happened there after C, but then Connor's pace, like it's so scary having him behind me for like at any time. I'm like, if I'm holding you up, I'll just let you go because I'm deathly scared of Connor's pace. You
Sure.
have no, he's insane with pace, and
I think the rest of the grid would agree. Yeah.
luckily I was able to keep him behind. Also, I'm pretty sure he probably let me win, but and then when I went up against Sick Boy, that was the most nerve-wracking overtake
Oh
I
yeah, you got him
ever
into
did.
turn one, didn't you?
No, I
Oh, that
so
was Connor, maybe.
no Connor obviously, and it was like it was around the casino, you know, like the casino like turn. We were pushing each other like there's no spaces being given, but I mean, luckily I got him in the end. But Jesus Christ,
Congratulations, man. Have you been feeling like you were due for your first win for a while, or were you just sort of racing, trying to do your best, not worrying about it?
I tried to not worry about it, but it's kind of just always on my mind for the entire race.
Nice, man.
I mean, thank God it finally came. Thank
Yeah.
God.
Congratulations to you, man. Well deserved. Connor Kidd, are you in the party as well?
I'm here.
There we go. How you doing, man?
I'm doing
Fantastic
good, man.
race. How do you feel to
Yeah, I'll
capture
take
the
it.
first 1-2 of Alfa Romeo?
Feels good. It feels good. Yeah, we didn't have to do too much, but we had to just, I guess, keep it on the track, and that's all we had to do. And yeah, we did it.
Was there any team strategy going into that? Were you eyeing an overtake on your teammate at any point, or were you pretty happy? You also had 3 seconds of penalty behind him, so were you sort of planning on letting the guy in front stay in front for most of that race?
Yeah, from the start, I was thinking, unless he makes a mistake, I'll go for a move. But he didn't make any mistakes at all, so I just have to stay behind him. I was going to make any risky move on Monaco anyway. 1-2, we'll take that. But yeah, good race though. So
And how long do you think you would have to go into time trials for to set a 1:19.5 or 1:95 like Mirko did in a
Yeah,
short qualifying session?
ridiculous. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to beat it even if I set a perfect lap, I'd say.
Man, well, congrats to both of you again. Very well deserved, especially you, Mirko. You've been a beast
Thank you
in
very
this
much.
league for a while. Happy to see you get your first win. I think everybody is. So, congrats, man. Must feel a win at Monaco from pole position. Can't really beat that.
Very much.
All right, boys, I'm going to add the third driver on the podium to the call now. You're welcome to hang around and chat with Steph if you want. But otherwise, thank you very much for joining, and congratulations on a killer race. That was incredible.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Steph, how you doing, buddy? Happy to see you back on the podium. It feels right.
Wait, I don't think I've got settings right. Let me see.
Okay.
Oh, I got it. Okay. How did it feel? I don't know. I'm pretty happy right now, but
How exhausting was that race compared to other races around normal circuits? Was it a big difference in terms of attention and controller and all that?
I need to concentrate like crazy all the time. Big boy just told me jokes all the time.
Oh, really? You guys were just chopping it up to keep yourself entertained? What did you have any expectations coming into Monaco? Did you feel like it's a track that you could podium on? Did you sort of take yourself by surprise?
I know I'm really good on this track, so
yeah, and I saw you.
Podium.
I saw you before the race started claiming that you were, very nervous, trying to sandbag the rest of the grid, saying that you hadn't practiced much and stuff. But then I saw you post a quick screenshot of yourself beating Dark's time trial. So
I have practiced like 80 laps or something.
80? 80?
Yeah.
All right,
80,
man. Well,
yeah.
it has paid off. That was a fantastic qualifying session from you. I think your first lap went like P4 or P5, and then you sort of stayed around there for the duration of the quali session. So incredible quali from you, and then managed to stick it in the race. Yeah, I don't know. How does it feel like you may got your groove back after a little rough stretch there? Does it feel like you've got your pace back and are ready to help Sick Boy take the constructors battle to the end?
I hope I got it back. I know it's Monaco. It's something special, really.
Did you find it enjoyable?
Yeah, it was.
Nice. It's got to feel a little.
The challenge is just incredible. To just keep concentrating like the 39 laps.
What did you think of the night setting? Were you a fan of that?
I didn't really care, to be honest.
Nice. I hardly noticed it either. Yeah, well, great race, man. Do you have any other comments, any other observations you may want to let the stream know?
Not really, no.
All right.
How much did Connor and Mirko practice for this one? What did they say?
I didn't ask him. I forgot. I forgot. I had plenty to talk about with them. But yeah, that would be a good question because it looked like both of them.
So dominant. It's incredible.
Yeah, that really was, and sort of something that you expected would happen when you saw the rosters back in season 2 with Mirko and Connor teaming up. But it's taken a while to get a 1-2 for him, but it was a special one. So yeah, props to Monster Mirko as well as Connor Kidd. Props to you as well, Steph. Very happy to see you back on the podium, man. It was very well deserved, and I hope there is still more to come for you in the future.
I hope to, yeah.
You excited? Looking forward to Spa next week? How you feel about that track?
Next week is China.
All right.
But I don't know. I think I'm not really good there, but we will see.
Good stuff, man. Well, again, congratulations. Thank you for joining the stream and chatting with me for a bit. Very happy to see you have such success, and we will see you back a week from now at China. Shanghai track will be a good one. I'm going to sign off here, but thank you very much for joining me, Steph.
Yeah, thank you too.
All right, that'll do it for Virtual Formula League. Season 3, Race 3 in Monaco. Mirko getting the win with his teammate P2. Steph in the Williams taking a podium. See you back here, same time, same place for China. Thank you very much for watching. Adios.